Hey everybody, Rachel here from Rachthestamper.com, and I wanted to show you a quick tip today how to do 2 layers of heat embossing. So this is a card that I made earlier on a Facebook Live, and I have this sentiment here that I've decided where I wanted to add it. I did go ahead and already put my embossing buddy right across the bottom just to make sure the ink was dry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up with my Versamark. So I'm going to ink it up with my Versamark. And I'm going to go ahead and close the lid and stamp it. Okay, then I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to add, ooh, what color? I'm going to add some silver, I think. Yeah, some silver. And I'm going to just dump it on top. And I think I kind of lined this up a little crooked, but that's okay. That's my own fault. So I'm going to heat set it with my heat tool. Alright, so I'm heat setting this with my heat tool. And since this is watercolor paper, I'm going to do it from the front and the back just so I make sure that it's nice and fully melted. And yes, again, I did line this up a little crooked, but again, that's just my my stamping practice here for some reason today. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back again. I'm going to re-ink my stamp with Versamark. I'm going to go just one more time just to cut down on the static. With my embossing buddy, I'm going right over top of that again, and I'm going to one more time just make sure this is up in the corner where I had it, and press this just to re-ink that stamp again onto that sentiment. One more time, I'm going to take this, I'm going to dump another layer of embossing powder on it, tap off the excess, set this on the side. I'm going to heat it one more time. And the second time it heats much faster. Okay, so now you have a really, really pronounced image. And if you wanted to, you could do it one more time after this. So I'm just going to show you one more time. You're just going to put that back where it was. Just give it a second just for it to dry. I'm going to re-ink my stamp one final time with my Versamark. I'm going to go over this one more time with my embossing buddy just to make sure it's nice and dry and set. Close the lid. Make sure this is up in the corner so it matches up again. One final time. Lift it up. One last time here, and this is going to give a really pronounced image to that embossed image because it is a little bit low in the water, so it'll help it to stand out a little more. So one final time, we're just going to heat emboss it, and the third time it sets very, very quickly. And it also gives you almost like a 3D raised image, if you can see that. So you have like a 3D raised image of your words. So that's 3 layers of embossing powder. And basically, like I said, what I did was I put the stamp, I decided where I wanted it. I put my barb magnet in place, make sure that it's up there right where you want it. Put your stamp on. Again, I put my stamp on a little crooked, so that was my own goofy fault. You're going to ink it with the Versamark, close it, do your embossing powder, and then repeat the process. I will tell you one thing, this does not work as well if you have a really scripty. So this with the more of a smooth block letter versus this that's scripty or this that's a little fatter of a font, they don't work quite as well. So if you want a really, really crisp image, it also depends on what image you use. So for example, with the dad jokes, if you were to use these because they're a very clean font, they will definitely heat emboss really, really well and really, really crisp if you do them more than once. But anyway, just a tip for you if you wanted to do multi-layers of heat embossing, Stamparatus is the way to go. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you have a great day.